Ladies and gentlemen, we have gathered here today to celebrate love. Love is Blind UK, that is. If you have clicked on this video because you are wondering if Love is Blind UK is really better than Love is Blind USA, the answer is yes. Yes, it is. With that being said, if you have not watched Love is Blind UK, this is your chance to click away from this video because there will be spoilers. But if you have watched Love is Blind UK, please stick around and let's chat and discuss what we think about how things played out and if we agree on how they went down. If you have not watched it yet, make sure to come back to this video after you've watched so we can chat. Ignore the blank projector screen behind me. I really wanted to put up like the Love is Blind screen, but I can't figure out how to work the projector and my husband's not here and I'm very short on time, so we're just gonna roll with it and we're just gonna chat. So where should we begin? I don't want to touch too much on pod talk and stuff like that just because at this point that feels like it was so long ago. I want to talk about what's fresh, the weddings. And with the reunion in just 2 days from today, I mean I'm recording this on Saturday, but I'm probably going to post this tomorrow, Sunday, so by the time you guys see this, it'll be 1 day before the reunion. I just want to talk about like the weddings and what we think is going to happen at the reunion and who is still together. So, with that being said, let's talk weddings. Let's start with Steven and Sabrina. I think we all knew they were going to say yes. Like if you even had a doubt in your mind that one of them wasn't going to say yes, we must have not been watching the same show because those two, in my eyes, are like a perfect match. But this is what worries me. I've been scrolling Facebook and I keep seeing little snippets of things where people are making me second guess if they're still together. So I guess as I'm talking about this, I guess we will talk about weddings and then what we think will happen at the reunion. Instead of like talking about weddings then reunion, we'll just, talk about the couple and then go from there. So Steven and Sabrina, it was very obvious they were going to get married, but I've seen a lot of things at this point that are making me question, like, are they maybe not together? I even saw someone like made a comment about basically Steven kind of pulling a Trevor on us. You guys remember from Love is Blind USA when Trevor like seemed like this like sweetheart and then he turned out to be like the complete opposite? So somebody commented something that like kind of gave it those vibes. I don't know. I really hope that's not the case because they were so cute together and like, I don't know. Sabrina's amazing. She just deserves happiness. I mean, everybody deserves happiness and love and all that, but I really hope that that's not the case with them. So I hope they're still together. Fingers and toes crossed. I also am wondering, is the reunion like 1 year later or is it just a couple months later? A lot of times I feel like with the USA one, we'll have the episodes and then like a while later we have the reunion. So is it just the way they decided to release everything or did they just do it differently? Next, let's chat Nicole and Benaya. We need to back up to the pods really quick. Was anybody else pissed when Nicole picked Sam? I was like screaming at the TV. I was like, Nicole, you have got to be kidding me. Like this dude is a walking red flag. Also, let me preface this by saying I understand that editors are really, really, really good at what they do. So they can make a person seem like somebody that they are not or like make things sound a way that they weren't intended to. But I don't think that was the case with Sam. Like I think Sam is just literally a walking red flag. Sam obviously had a lot of insecurities in his past. I mean, he mentioned, he got a nose job, he lost a bunch of weight, and he obviously still carries those insecurities with him. And he's constantly looking for validation. And, not that there's anything wrong with that. I don't know. I don't even know the kind of person Sam needs because Sam just needs someone that's gonna, what's the word I'm looking for? Sam needs someone that's going to constantly just praise him. That's the word I'm looking for. Sam is looking for somebody that is going to constantly praise him and be like, oh, you're so handsome. Oh my God, look at your abs. Oh, your hard work at the gym is really paying off. Like that is the kind of person Sam needs. I don't know if there's a person out there like that. Maybe there is. And if that's you, you do you, boo boo. But it can't be me. Won't be me. No. I'll compliment you, but no. So anywho, now that I got that off my chest, I was really happy when, you know, she decided like that was a bad choice. I mean, you could tell immediately in the pods when she was like, I love you. And he was like, I think I love you. Her face immediately was like, I made the wrong decision. Which again, that could have just been like the way they edited it or a coincidence or whatever. No, I think that's exactly how that scene played out. He said, I think I love you. And she immediately was like, anywho, she meets up with Benaya, obviously. Benaya gives her second chance. You go, Benaya. But I got some bones to pick with Benaya too. He really needs to let the Sam thing go. And I was so happy that when Nicole met Benaya's sister and mom, that his sister straight up was like, she's let it go, why don't you? Like, his sister 100% had Nicole's back. Go Benaya's sister. I don't remember her name, but go Benaya's sister. I was not surprised they got married. I kind of figured they were going to say I do at the altar. They just clicked immediately. Like, right when they were showing them in the pods and they were both talking about, like, spirituality and this and that, like, they just clicked. And Nicole sure just went for him to begin with, and obviously she knows that, but I hope that they're still together to this day. I do understand that Nicole obviously had her reservations as soon as, like, Benaya said, I don't know if I'm ready for that commitment, so I understand, you know, she kind of at that point didn't want to keep wasting her time with this guy that doesn't know if he's even going to propose because he actually doesn't even know if that's what he wants, which is really confusing because why are you on this show? That's exactly what the show is. Like, you date in the pods to propose, to get married, so why did you come in this show if you didn't think you were ready for that? You know? But whatever. They had a happy ending. Guess we will see where they're at come Monday. Jasmine and Bobby. Oh my god. All I gotta say is kudos to Bobby. I don't know how he kept his cool when he met Jasmine's mother. The things this lady was saying, what did she say? She was like, you can't talk to an uneducated person or something along those lines. And I was just like, what? Like, her mom is on another level. Oh my, like, when Jasmine was saying how when she was younger, her mom would, like, go through her phone, call numbers, and then block them if it was a guy and whatnot. Like, I thought that was a little bit cray-cray, but I was like, yeah, I mean, I definitely thought it was crazy, and I was like, is she exaggerating? And then we met her mom, and I'm like, did the producers tell you to act like this? Is this really how you are? And then, you know, when Jasmine was talking before the wedding, and she was like, you know, I talked to my mom last night, now I'm having second thoughts, and this and that, and I was like, I swear if she says no because of her mother, I am going to be livid, because I think her and Bobby are so cute together. So cute together. And I really, really hope that they are still together. I understand that Jasmine, she definitely, I mean, she's straight up said it, like, she has very big jealousy issues and stuff like that, so I was a little skeptical on if they were gonna, you know, go through with the wedding, just because obviously he's a rapper, artist, whatever he is, so he's gonna constantly have a lot of attention on him, and Jasmine has already said, like, she's very insecure and she doesn't like that kind of stuff, so I can see their worlds clashing a little bit there, but I'm glad they're giving it a try. I hope they can work it out. I hope they're still together. They're adorable. And yeah, I just feel like every couple that got together in Love is Blind UK just looks so good together. Like, nobody looks awkward together. I feel like they all look so good together. Let's talk about Demi and Ali. Whoo, Demi and Ali. I feel bad for my girl Demi. Demi was, like, so confident in her decision. She was so happy with Ali and all that until that episode where they met everybody else from the pod, and then he got to lay eyes on Kat. And you could just tell, like, the dynamic changed after that. Like, they talked about it afterwards. They were, like, fine, but you could just tell that, I don't know, I feel like Demi, her light seemed dimmed, you know? She didn't seem like she was glowing as much anymore after that whole thing. And you could tell she started second-guessing everything in that moment and going forward. And I won't say I was 100% like shocked that Demi said no. I was a little bit. I almost thought that Ali would be the one that said no, but watching it play out the way that it did, I think if Demi would have said I do, I believe Ali would have also, because he wouldn't have wanted to hurt her. But I think deep down he also just didn't really want to go through with it. You could tell, you know, his friend was like, you're sad but you're happy. And he was like, yes. And, you know, they were definitely on the same page about that. He was definitely obviously taken back, but it was definitely the best decision. And you could just tell when Demi stood up for herself and when she said no and when she explained herself, like the confidence she was radiating, she was glowing, and she was like, no, like I know who I am. I am a bad bitch and I am not going to let anybody make me feel less than. So like, as soon as she saw the way Ali laid eyes on Kat and stuff, like it made her feel less than. And like, you don't want your man to make you feel like that. So I get it. I totally get it. And I am so proud of my girl Demi. And I really do wonder if they decided to continue to date after that, or if they decided like we are just better as friends. Because I mean, she did say, you know, she just, a lot of times she's seen as one of the guys. So it's like, is that kind of the route that their relationship took afterwards? All right, y'all. Let's chat about Tom and Maria. I think that Maria dodged a bullet. You know, I had nothing against Tom. They seemed very genuine. Everything was going well. The minute Tosh planted that little seed in his head, like, I'm in love with you, even when he saw her, as soon as he saw her, you could tell, like, wheels started spinning, right? Then all of a sudden, Tosh expresses, like, I am still, like, in love with you, basically. The wheels are spinning more, right? We all agree on that? The wheels are really spinning. Then, you know, him and Maria are talking about... Actually, let's back up to the pods really quick. I kind of was a little bit surprised that Tom did pick Maria once they brought up the topic of like raising children and stuff, and they kind of had different views on that, and I really thought that that was going to sway his decision, and I thought he was going to go for Tosh at that point. So I definitely was kind of surprised that he did go for Maria still after that conversation. And then let's fast forward. He meets Tosh and he's immediately like, oh, like, you know, yeah. Then she's like, I'm still in love with you. And he's like, oh, I still stand a chance. Then, you know, him and Maria are talking about jobs and money. I don't remember if they talked about that before he met Tosh or after. But regardless, he straight up was like, yeah, I was judging you for being a makeup artist. Like, I think Tom always kind of had this, like, doubt in the back of his head because of Maria's job. I think he really does see it as, like, a joke. I don't remember what it said he does, but I feel like that was always a big issue for him. And, you know, and then they had that whole little argument over the paying thing. And, I mean, I honestly, like, agree with Maria. Like, if I'm going on a date with a guy for the first few times, I'm gonna expect him to pay for me. Like, I know most of my ladies out there feel me. It's one thing if you were going out with a guy as, like, friends, or, like, you are not on that level yet. You're talking, hanging out, seeing where it's gonna go. But if you are on a date, I feel like it's normal for a guy to pay. And I get that she offered, but you can't tell me that it didn't cross Tom's mind. Like, I feel like Tom is just stingy with his money. Let's just put it that way. Tom is stingy with his money. So Tom doesn't want to be spending the money. And I get he's like, oh, it was just ice cream or breakfast or whatever it was. I get it was a little amount of money, but my dude, it was like your first, second date. And then for him to say no at the wedding and try to say that a big part of it is because he's scared that Maria's gonna raise their kids to teach their son to always pay, or teach their daughter to always make the guy pay. And it's like, you are so far away from having kids that are going on dates, that are making these decisions, that your kids are going to make their own decisions regardless of what you tell them. I can tell my son time after time after time, like, when you go on a date with a girl, you always pay, you always pay, you always pay. When he turns 16, 17, 18 years old, however old he is, when he's starting to go on dates, and if he's on a date and a girl's like, I got this one, you paid for the last 3. And he says, okay. I'm not gonna be like, son, you were supposed to pay for that date. Like, what? Dude, your kids are gonna make their own decisions. I feel like that was a lame excuse. I really think that a big reason that Tom said no was he wants to run after Tosh. Tosh, Natasha, whatever we want to call her. She kept calling herself Tosh. I really think that Tom wants to run after Tosh. Anyone else? And in Love is Blind UK fashion, we have saved Freddie and Kat for last. I believe I'm on the last couple, right? Yes. Okay. As I mentioned before, I understand editors are very, very, very good at what they do, and they are very, 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 very good at making a person seem a way that they may not be. So, I feel like maybe that is what happened to Kat. Freddie and Kat were so good in the pods. You know, it was like to the point where when Kat was like thinking about being with Ollie, I almost was like, wait, what are you doing? Like, you and Freddie have a really, really good thing, you know? So whatever, that played out how it did. Her and Freddie get together. And I feel like that was the couple that everyone was rooting for. Everyone thought they were going to be so good. Like, they just looked so good together, right? And that was the couple that had like the most issues, I guess you could say. I was not surprised that they did not go through with the wedding. I was not surprised that Kat said I do and Freddie did not. I mean, did I think he was maybe going to say it just to kind of spare her feelings because he really maybe... No. No, I really felt like Freddie was going to say no. There was nothing wrong with him asking for a prenup. You've literally known this person for, what, 2 weeks? And I did look it up. You can, in fact, change a prenup as long as both parties agree. So, he was not wrong for that. Like, yeah, I'm going to let you know. We're going to get a prenup. I'm going to leave everything to my sister. But 5-10 years down the line from now, you know, we're still together. Things are going great. We got kids, this and that. We're going to go change that. We're going to leave the things to you and the kids, you know. He was not wrong for mentioning that after 2 weeks of knowing a person. Which also, let me rewind really quick to Tom and Maria. That reminds me, Maria was not wrong for saying she was not about to be paying Tom's mortgage. I 1000% agree. Tom had to pay that mortgage whether Maria was living there or not. So if you want her to move in, she can move in, but don't expect her to pay half the mortgage. She can buy like the groceries and other stuff like that. But yeah, I agree. She shouldn't be paying half your mortgage because you're going to be paying it whether she's living there or not. It's not a place you guys got together. It's a place you already owned, right? So, anyhow, back to Freddie and Kat. So I really just was not surprised that Freddie said no. I mean, it was a little bit messed up that his sister decided to come whisper in his ear right before, you know, he made his decision. Did that alter his decision? Did that sway his decision to say no more than yes? Was he maybe still on the rocks at that point? I don't know. But I don't think that Kat and Freddie would last. I know they said he said he wants to continue to date. I don't know if Kat's going to be down for it or not, but regardless, I feel like even if they do decide to date, that they are going to realize that they're not compatible, because I do feel like they just live lives very differently. There's nothing wrong with the way Kat lives her life, and there's nothing wrong with the way Freddie lives his life. But I just think that they're two very different people, and I mean, Freddie said it himself, like he's a big jokester, and Kat's more serious, and their personalities just clash. The things they enjoy doing in their free time, like, they're completely different. Oh, I'm about to run out of space. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Alright, deleted a couple things so I could finish this video really quickly. Personally, I just don't think that Kat and Freddie are going to work out. They may take us all by surprise at the reunion and tell us that they started dating, things went perfectly, and that they do think that they will get married and live happily ever after. We don't know. Again, this show, all these shows are so edited. The editors just want to make it interesting. They just want to keep you watching. They want to keep you talking. They want to see you making videos where you're just promoting the show for free for them. Okay, I was posting this thing on my Instagram story, and I've gotten so many friends that have told me they've watched the show because of me. So you're welcome, Netflix, for the free advertisement. The editors are really, really, really good at what they do. There's so much we don't know. There's so much we don't see. They're just really good. That's really all I've got for you guys. Basically, to sum it up, I really hope Steven and Sabrina are still together, but the internet is making me think differently. I'm gonna need to watch the reunion like as soon as it drops, because if I see a spoiler before I watch it, I'm gonna be very upset. I hate spoilers, which is why I had to let everybody know at the beginning of this video there are spoilers in this video. Nicole and Benaya, I bet they're still together, unless it really has been a year and then all of a sudden Benaya's like, I want to go live my nomadic lifestyle. I wasn't ready for this. Or if he just can't get over the Sam thing, I guess. But I feel like they are still together, surviving and thriving. Jasmine and Bobby, as long as Jasmine's mom isn't over there running her mouth, yapping away, they're good. Which I am surprised that Bobby didn't run the other way after meeting Jasmine's mom. Like, damn, dude. Unless, again, maybe it wasn't as bad as they made it seem on TV, you know? But, I mean, even Jasmine's friends were like, hey, your mom's a little, you know. But I feel like they're still together. Demi and Ali, I feel like they're just friends. I don't think that they rekindle their relationship. I feel like they're probably just friends. Tom and Maria, I don't think there's anything going on between those two. I really feel like Tom and Tash maybe got together to see if there was anything there. I'm not saying that they are together, but I feel like maybe they decided to like hang out and see if there was anything there. But as far as Maria and Tom, I don't think there's anything going on between them. And Freddie and Kat, I don't know. It's tough to say. I kind of almost think that they did not decide to pursue a relationship afterwards. I feel like Kat, she admits that she says, you know, she struggles with abandonment issues, and I feel like she feels abandoned by Freddie, and I feel like it would take a lot for her to not feel that way by Freddie, and I just don't think that her and Freddie have a strong enough connection relationship where that could be repaired. So I really just don't think that they are together. Now watch it come out on Monday and me be completely wrong about everything. I was like completely wrong about everything with Love Island. Like if you guys watched my Love Island video and then we watched the winners, like I talked mad smack about Leah, which, you know, I think that producers just made her seem like a bad person. I don't think Leah's a bad person. And then Serena, I kind of like, you know, but you know, her and Cordell are still together, so I could be completely wrong about everything I've said in this video, guys. This is just my opinion. But thank you so much for watching. I really want to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions and what you think is going to happen at the reunion. So please leave a comment and let's chat. And I will catch you on the next Trash TV recap.